Hello and welcome to SeeNoBounds Live.
We are joined back here with Gareth with another fantastic show. And this time it's all about how to not sell on LinkedIn. Am I right?
Disgusting, filthy, selling, all wrong. Ooh. Icky.
So we're going to talk about how to use LinkedIn without selling, right? So come on, Gareth, what's... I know that this is a massive subject for you, so this is where we stick a pound of meat over
exactly.
there. So come on, Gareth,
I'm about to stir stuff up. By Jiminy, I'm going to get people really hot under the collar here, because there's a certain set of people that encourage you to DM with no responsibility as to the response. And what I mean by that, indiscriminate DMing. Oh, do you ever get this? I mean, the most common behavior on LinkedIn, I think. They send you a connection message saying, hi, I do X, Y, and Z, and I thought you might be interested. And you go, well, I'm not interested right now, but I'll connect you. And then 30 seconds later is, would you like to buy my Okie Kokie 2000? I've only got 20 available. You get a 10% discount you buy now. And you're thinking to yourself, but I already said to you, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
This is all about the relationship build that leads to belief. We've talked about this before, that leads to trust. Because if you trust someone and you know they're the best at whatever it is, you're more likely to go to them first, especially if they're a personality that you feel is winning or interesting. So we're shooting for moments of interest. We're shooting about being different. We're shooting about sticking above your head above the parapet. So, yes, I know they can throw rotten eggs at you, but they can also take notice of you. All of these things are important. So, how do we do that? Well, I'm going to give everybody a post I want everybody to do indiscriminately. And this post is called 11 Things You Never Knew About Me. Now, there is a body of people out there. Is a body a collective term? It is now. Yeah. A body of people out there, maybe a plethora. I like that too. And what they do is they say, LinkedIn's for business stuff only, and you should never use any personal stuff in it. And otherwise, a point of pain of death, go to Facebook. And the truth of the matter is, they're wrong. LinkedIn is about humans. I know it's about businesses, but these businesses happen to be made of humans. And until we get to the point where AI is running businesses, that's what it will be. Next year, that'll be. So the point is that what you want people to do is to see you as approachable, to see you as non-threatening. And the classic salesman of, are you interested in X, Y, Z? How many would you like? Or are you interested in attending my thing? It only costs 300 zillion pounds. All of that is threatening and pushy and dynamic in a negative way. Instead, if you put out information ostensibly and obviously without wanting them necessarily to do anything more than comment, otherwise not to buy into anything, not to do anything more, just because it's going to help everyone, you establish two things. One, you establish consistency. Consistency is absolutely key on LinkedIn. And this is what leads to sales. Consistency. You know what they say? That 90% of a good sale is about showing up. The other one is you establish authority. Because you're putting out information which, by virtue of it being consistent, means that what you said last week is very similar to what you say in a week's time. I can predict the future too. So the point about it is, without selling, you're going to establish yourself as a go-to person within your firmament. Not the only person. I'm very good friends with a number of other LinkedIn bods on LinkedIn and off. And I think there's enough room for us all. People will buy, a horrible expression, but I know it's true. People buy from
people.
And they buy from personality. Well, they do, but they buy from personality. Part of the reason people love your network, you guys, is that you guys bounce off each other, and you know, Jamie with his slight anarchic bouncing off the wall, and Charlotte desperately trying to rein him in. And failing miserably. It's wonderful. It's a delightful place to be, and never let it change. It's great. And part of the reason people with me, it's not just my amazing choice of bow ties. It's also all about the fact that I'm not run of the mill. I am offering to think outside the box. In fact, I go so far as to say, why does it need to be a box? The point about it all is you don't want to be perceived as the person who's constantly trying to hammer the thing home, at the end of which there's a pound sign.
Yeah.
It to be that people want to come to you and they say, well, I know you've given out this really good stuff. Is there anything you could do for me? And if so, what are your charges? That's your ideal. So let's summarize. I love a summary. Do you?
Really
Yes,
love
I
a
do.
summary too.
Yeah, it gives me time to actually like come back down. So yeah, let's summarize this into, you know, a 1 minute.
A sale is where you present yourself, you impose yourself, you get someone to decide to apply pound signs or dollar signs or whichever, or yen to it, and you close the deal. What we're advocating on LinkedIn is, instead of that, you put out evidence, you put out more evidence, and you create a tip. So let's finish off. 11 things you never knew about me. At the end of it, I want you to ask 2 questions. One closed, because everybody finds closed questions easy, and one open, much harder. But once you've done one, you can. It's a practice run up for the second. Now, this is going to be a personality post, but I want you to put at the end of it, says, and tell me how it affects your business. So the watchword I'd like to throw out there, please steal it, use it as you will, which is this. This is the phrase I want everybody to remember. Personal content, because it gets all the hits and the interest. Business intent. So they see you as a personality who really does brilliant business.
All right, I get that. Now I'm going to put that into layman terms.
Hang on. Mic drop.
Yeah, that is definitely my job. In layman terms, so many people say you shouldn't put personal stuff out, but it's the personal stuff that gets all of the content,
Of course.
and the business stuff people just look at, but they don't necessarily like it or comment on it, but they see it, and we get that a lot.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah.
We so often put content out there, and you think, oh, no one's seen it, and then when we stop, people go, oh, I've been missing your this or that, or I noticed you haven't done this and that recently, and all of a sudden we go, and we did it recently with the lives, wasn't it? We sort of stopped doing it. We had a bit of an issue. And then when we relaunched it out, people were like, oh, it's so good to see your lives come back on. And yet none of them ever interact with it or comment on it. So
it was at this moment that Jamie's light switched on.
Yeah, I have 3 of them on at the moment. Right, I have to end the show, but that to me was probably a real aha moment for me.
Yeah.
It really was.
So I think we should all do 11 things about ourselves now and see what happens.
I'm definitely going to do it.
No, let's do it at the beginning. You started off by doing this. I know loads about you, but I don't think you know that much about me. And we're going to change that right now. Here are 11 things you never knew about me. By the way, I recommend putting at least one ridiculously outlandish one in there. Make it true, but outlandish. Here's one for you. I once rubbed my nose against Brad Pitt's face. It's a story I'll tell you later, but yes. So the point is something outlandish, and the rest of it all the way through. End it with one closed question, because people find it easy. So it might be, has this sort of thing ever happened to you? That's a yes, no, isn't it? Binary. And then, could you tell me more about it in the comments and how it affected your business?
Fantastic.
Here we go. That is the top tip of the day, definitely.
Yeah, that's it. Right. We've got to end the show. Don't go too far away. We've got another show coming. It's been absolutely fantastic. A massive thank you to Gareth Wax. We will see you right back here very, very soon. Take care. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.